Do you agree with Ramsey on Eli?
No, I don't. But does anyone see the irony here? This is the issue with the Blake Bortles comment, really, Stephen A. What Ramsey said about Blake Bortles, he's all right, but then in the playoffs, he can be our guy. He's wishing that Blake Bortles was Eli Manning. If Blake Bortles could somehow one day do what Eli's done twice, he'd be all set. He's wishing his guy is what Eli was. Look, he got across the idea about Eli that's basically right, too. Eli's sort of a league average guy, but every single year doesn't miss a game and is giving you solid but not spectacular production. And then when you need him most in the playoffs, as I've told you, 538, came out the most clutch playoff quarterback who ever lived. So the fact that Jalen Ramsey's going at Eli, the guy he wishes his dude was, is hilarious to me. And guys, no O-line, no running game. Of course, Odell Beckham makes any quarterback better, including Eli Manning. The interesting thing to me, other than the irony of it all, guys, he got under Eli's skin. Eli couldn't resist a who. He got under his skin. Jalen Ramsey's a media star.
Well, listen. Well, clearly he's a media star. Anytime you're talkative and you got a game to back it up, you're going to be a media star because it's not about the positive or negative. It's the fact that you're quotable and you're relevant because you're a performer, which is Jalen Ramsey. I think he's going to be an elite corner in this game for years to come. I knew that with him coming out of Florida State, no question. But the flip side to all of this is simple. When you look at Eli Manning, Jalen Ramsey can't lose. Think about what he said. I don't think it's Eli. I think it's more about Odell Beckham Jr. So if Odell Beckham Jr. shows up on opening NFL weekend, and let's say, for example, he scorches Jalen Ramsey, which I don't think will happen. But let's say, for example, Odell Beckham Jr. scorches him. Well, guess what? Jalen Ramsey said, it ain't it ain't Eli. It's Odell. And Eli doesn't get any credit. But if Eli ends up having a bad game, he says, see what I told you? So in this particular sequence, Jalen Ramsey didn't take a definitive position because, again, if Eli's the one throwing the football, Odell Beckham Jr., and Odell Beckham Jr. ends up having a big afternoon, Jalen Ramsey's right. If Eli Manning stinks up the joint opening NFL weekend, Jalen Ramsey gets to say, I'm right. Now, we'll find out whether he's right about Buffalo if Josh Allen's on the field. No question about that, and I suspect he will be. We'll find out when he plays Andrew Luck twice. We'll definitely find out when he plays against Big Ben Roethlisberger and Pittsburgh again, even though they beat him twice last year. But against the Giants on opening weekend, Jalen Ramsey, you can appreciate this, Mac, he's bulletproof because he's taking all sides, and he can't be wrong.
Well, if he's right,
he can't be
then
wrong.
I can appreciate it. I don't know about that taking all sides nonsense. Look,
Please.
The other thing that Jalen Ramsey's getting across about Eli, and this is really what he's been doing, he's taking a snapshot of guys. That guy's a baller, that guy's not, that guy is not so much, he's okay, he's a creation of his surroundings, etc. That does not fully appreciate not just a snapshot of someone, but the big picture. Now, he does give his own guy, as you mentioned before, the benefit of the big picture, right? Like, as long as he can be okay and then ball in the playoffs, that's what we need. Eli does not elevate a team around him. We've seen that time and again. He's not going to take a bad team and make them into a good team. But if you give him a good team and he makes the playoffs, look out. And that is something valuable that Ramsey's overlooking. He sees Wentz and Deshaun Watson. He sees arms. He sees the legs, the height, and all that stuff. And he's like, wow, they're amazing. But Ben Roethlisberger or Eli Manning, guys who are a little over the hill, but still good, and don't show you on every play their full value, but you need to see the big picture to see their big value. He's not impressed with those guys. That may be a function of his age, too. When he gets older, sticks around the league for a while, he may get a greater appreciation for guys like Roethlisberger and Eli Manning.
I got you.
Listen, all this Eli talk is starting to get me mad. I was hyped about all these Jalen Ramsey comments, and I kind of like it, but I do think maybe now he's taking it too far on some of these veterans. You got to have a little bit of respect for your elders in your league.
Why? No. That's not where I'm going. Is this Molly Wood's way of acknowledging that she might be a little bit nervous?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
All right, answer the
No,
question.
I'm not
Answer the
nervous.
question.
I'm not nervous.
You sure?
But I think you need
You
to
look a little
respect
bit
veterans
nervous
in the
to me.
game. Super Bowl champ. At first, I was liking all this, and now you're getting deep into the weeds with all this Eli trash talk.
With your guy, because it's Eli.
Yeah, because it's my
sense
guy.
nervousness.
It's enraging.
You know what he's going to
I
say,
sense
guys?
nervousness.
Molly, you know
You
what
should be
Jalen
nervous.
Ramsey will say?
What?
If Eli has a good year, he'll say, well, it's Odell and Saquon.
Of course.
The point is, other than Aaron Rodgers, there's no such thing as a quarterback who does it without weapons. Aaron Rodgers, the only guy, the reason I think he's the best ever is because whoever you throw out there, Aaron Rodgers is healthy, you're going to have a winning season, you might make the playoffs, you might even win some playoff games. Name another quarterback like that. It's not the way football works.